incredibly sexy men will rise for your auditory pleasure. Here's your hosts, Juancho and Vibe. Keeping up with the Geek Bros.
What's going on, guys? What's going on? Today we have a special podcast since E3 is coming up starting tomorrow. I'm here with Mr. Garbanzo. Go say hi, Garbanzo.
What's going on, everybody?
So
Hey,
we're
what's going on? Good to be here, bro.
thank you. He's not with me right now. He's over Skype, so we're testing this new device out today, so we can have more guests and be able to talk to more people around the world since we have listeners in Sweden. So Garbanzo, how you doing
Yeah,
today?
Man, actually, it's been a good day, man. It's been a long day. I'm actually here on my break at work, but I wanted to take advantage. I did not want to miss this opportunity to jump on and be able to talk with some people today and talk with you about what's coming up on E3, man. Super stoked.
All right, so we're gonna get right into it. We're gonna start with Electronic Arts, also known as EA. It's in your wallet. Starts Saturday, June 9th, 11
Oh.
a.m. Pacific time and 2 p.m. Eastern time. So what we're gonna do, we're just gonna break down the company real quick. Hopefully, we can completely break down Electronic Arts and get a new company on it. That's beside that point. But let's see. What are your
Yeah,
predictions
it
from
is what it
EA?
is. They're going to find a new way to destroy an established game. No, I'm kidding. No, what they're going to do is I think the thing with the EA is they know how to fan service better than almost any other group. Maybe the only other one that I know that maybe does as good, if not better, fan service is Bethesda, and we'll talk about that later. But speaking, I mean, EA, they're going to come out with something fun, man. Maybe a new racing game. We haven't had a good racing game out of them in a while. We haven't. Maybe something that has to do with Star Wars. Maybe they're going to give a more another Battlefront. Maybe a Battlefront 3 where it costs you $150 to win. I don't know. We'll see.
I'm not expecting much of EA other than Battlefield. I know they had a game, Star Wars game. They were developing a Star Wars game, an open world, if I'm not mistaken. I really want the Star Wars license to be taken away from EA, just like Kathleen Kennedy. Oh, snap. But that's besides the point. But I just hope EA gets it right this time around. They had a lot of controversy towards the end of last year to the beginning of this year. Hopefully around, they listen to the players.
Yeah.
They understand that we're just not all about the money and we want some quality games. Even though Battlefront game was amazing, I just felt that they fell short
Yes, it
from
was.
fans.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing was that I bought the original, the new Battlefront, and then and I bought Battlefront 2. My biggest problem with Battlefront 1 was the fact there was no story mode. So when I heard that there was going to be a story mode for Battlefront 2, I got super stoked, and that's why I bought it right away. When the story mode, yes, it was okay, it was fun. But then when the whole microtransactions things, I mean, like, here's the thing. I mean, if you're going to do it, at least do it right, where you can earn everything that you can get, you can earn it, and not have to play up to tons of hours on multiplayer missions. Because there's a lot of people like myself who don't play a lot of multiplayer, but still want to be part of that Star Wars. Sorry about that. It's the flaw of working around Ferrari.
That's fine.
Anyway, but the whole thing is that there's, I would really like to see them kind of, maybe go, hey, we get it, we understand it. We still want to make money, but here's the options that you're going to have on the side,
So
I don't know, we'll see.
Yeah, I understand all that, and I just with EA Battlefront 2, I fell short with the storyline. I thought it was going to be longer. I bought the DLC for good content. I really didn't feel that I got the content that I wanted. So we'll find out Saturday at 11 Pacific time and 2 p.m. Eastern time. So we'll see what's going on with EA and if they got their act together. So that's the lineup for Saturday. Sunday is when the gloves start coming off, and it's just bare knuckle fight from there on. We got Sunday, June 10th at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern time. You got Microsoft, Xbox. So Microsoft last year revealed their new Scorpion project, which is the Xbox One X.
X.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
powerful
Xbox One X,
console,
yeah.
similar
That's
to
the one that I have. It's
yeah,
phenomenal.
it's similar to a PC if you were to break it down into those levels. Still not powerful than a PC, but it's closely related to it. Microsoft,
It's the closest. It's closest one of all the consoles. That's what I'm
exactly.
saying.
So the Microsoft this time around just gonna have to try to see if they can show us if they have any exclusivity games. They've lacked in content and exclusive content for a while now. I haven't seen in the past year any exclusive content. Some of the content I wish they can come back. I don't know if you ever played Blue Dragon on Xbox 360, that
Actually, I
JRPG
did.
game.
That was yeah.
I want a
Yes.
Blue Dragon game. I
Yes.
want games like this, like a Kingdom Hearts 3. I know at one point Kingdom Hearts 3 was for Xbox One and PS4, but then towards the middle of the production, they said, "Oh no, we're wiping Xbox One." But now Xbox One back in the picture, so I'm kind of a little confused. Maybe now they realize that they have the
I,
power for it.
yeah, I think it has a lot to do with just like also marketing. When they realize that there's a lot of over the last 10 odd so years, that a lot of the Sony players that grew up loving, that had a PS2, had a PS1, and they switched over to Microsoft because it was just we're getting a little older and we want something more than just a Blu-ray player that can play really good video games. We want something that's a little bit a little more dynamic. So that I think they finally Square Enix might have realized that, and they're going to go ahead and say, you know what, we're going to open it up a little bit more and give and see if this Xbox can actually withstand it, which I think it will. I think it's going to look gorgeous, and I can't wait to try it out.
Well, I agree with you as well. One of the things that it keeps me in mind that I really don't want it to happen is another Halo game and another Gears of War game. I think we have enough of those games for the past 4 years that I'm already sick and tired of them. I want something new. I want something fresh. Give me a Fable for goodness sake. I know Lionhead Studios closed and the game was completely stopped, but come on, Microsoft. I mean, give me something good that I can be okay. Let me go back to Xbox One for a
Okay.
little bit.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing: is like I was a little sorry, guys. Again, I was a little disappointed with the last Halo, the last Halo game. It was okay. Gears of War, the newest Gears of War, which is also exclusive to Microsoft, that was actually pretty good. It was beautiful to play. Storyline was actually kind of fun. You get to see, it's kind of like it's almost like restarting the franchise. But we'll see kind of how that goes. I never actually finished the game, so I can't really say how amazing it is towards end gameplay and so on and so forth. But from the parts that I did play, I actually did quite enjoy it, and I thought it was a lot of fun.
All right.
But we'll see how it goes with Microsoft.
Woo! I'm excited. I can't wait. Following that 4 o'clock presentation is the only studio I know that can make good games, and that's Bethesda Softworks. That is going to be 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. So Bethesda already started showing some previews such as Rage 2, Fallout 76, and rumors that there's a Elder Scrolls game. So let's dive into this company. I know I'm excited. I know you're excited, especially for the Fallout City. But Fallout. Let's talk a little bit about Fallout 76. I saw the trailer. This trailer seems to me a little divided. It doesn't feel like it's an apocalyptic type of world that we're seeing. In this is more like I don't know, like a
So I did a little research on this. Okay, so apparently, out of the thousands, out of all of the vaults.
That's what I was trying to say.
Select few that opened up. Yeah, all the vaults. There's a few that actually they were supposed to open up only after 100 years. Okay, so a lot of these other games that open up thousands of years later, but some of the vaults only open up 100 years later because they were supposed to repopulate. So Vault 76 was one of those vaults, which is why this is going to take place actually a few hundred years before the other Fallout series.
So you're saying that this game is going to take before Fallout 3, where they destroy Washington and Vegas?
Yes.
Oh wow.
That's the rumor going on. That's the understanding right now. That's kind of why I'm kind of psyched about it. But here's my one thing. Okay, I play ESO, Elder Scrolls Online. I did for a very, very long time. Then what ended up happening was that they started going with the EA route, where okay, you have to buy a brand new game every year to continue playing with it. You got to pay a $15 more, $15 monthly fee, and then you get a bunch of really cool stuff. Don't get me wrong, what you get for your $15 is fantastic. You get it's basically buying coins every single month, but you just get a bunch of extra freebies. I'm not complaining about that, but the thing is that after a certain amount of time, and especially for some of us trying to save a little bit of money, it's really hard to keep up with that. So what ends up happening is right now is I actually ended up stopping playing it for another game, which hopefully I can touch on before we go. But the whole thing is that I'm really afraid they're going to do this with Fallout 76. Because the rumor is that Fallout 76 is not a first-person game. It's going to be an MMO, open world.
All right, but I'm interested to see what's going to happen because a lot of the games are open. So you mean it's a third-person type of game, not a first-person? Because I know you can go back and forth to the third-person. I will enjoy a Fallout game if it's in a shoulder view. I like the shoulder view games.
I enjoy shoulder view as well. And the thing is that I think they're going to give you the option like you do in every other Fallout game. But I'm saying that the game is basically, I think they're going from a first-person shooter platform adventure game, where post-apocalyptic, where it's going to be a post-apocalyptic first-person MMO, kind of like Elder Scrolls.
All right, that might be something worth looking for. So I don't know much about Rage. I know there was a Rage game before Rage 2, of course, duh. But I've never played the Rage. I saw the trailer. I am a little hyped about it. It seems very interesting. Seems a little bit more of a Borderlands, but a little bit more crazy.
Okay.
But we'll see what Bethesda has to show us. I know Bethesda last year showed us a really nice presentation. It was like a little booklet type of open book, if I don't remember. I think if that was what it was. Do you remember the Garbanzo last year or no?
I off the top of my head, it sounds familiar, but I'm not 100% sure on it.
Right.
But I, to be honest, I know very little on Rage. I've heard a few things here and there. I haven't seen the whole trailer, but what I've seen so far, I'm looking forward to checking it out and seeing what's going to be about.
All right, and then to end the night at 8 p.m. Pacific and 11 p.m. Eastern Time, Devolver Digital. The paragraph is coming from Polygon.com. Says, well, this is happening again. Devolver Digital will broadcast its big fancy press conference on Twitch channels. For 2018, Devolver's promises real actual game reveals and technological innovations from their Devolver Labs. In reality, it will likely be just an irreverent as gross as last year's event, but with a sparkling of game announcements. Don't know much about Devolver Studio. Do you know any of the games that from the studio?
I can't. I'll be honest. I've been so stuck on the 2 or 3 games that I've been playing lately. Besides between my work hours and dealing with a fiance and planning a wedding, like you know very well, I not one game comes to mind.
From Devolver Studios, you have Enter the Gungeon is one of the games from Devolver. Hotline Miami. I don't remember if you remember the game where they put the animal masks on and they shoot up places. Shadow Warriors 2, Broforce, Shadow Warrior, Absolver, Reunion, and the Talus Principle. So I'm looking forward to those to the announcements. It's always good to see studios doing things. So Monday, we have nice announcements starting early in the mid-afternoon, 1 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 a.m. Pacific Time, Square Enix. So everybody knows they're looking for Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Dragon Quest 11, and Kingdom Hearts 3. Don't hate me for this. Don't hate me for this, guys. But I'm mostly interested on the Dragon Quest 11 just because there's rumors that's going to be a Switch for it. So might get a Dragon Quest 11 for the Switch. Oh man, it's a good time to have a Switch. Garbanzo, what's your take on that?
That'll be interesting.
So you got Dragon.
But I'll be honest. Dragon Quest 11 sounds amazing. I mean, I'm definitely down. Especially going for the Switch. That'll be really interesting gameplay. I really want to check that out. But I Kingdom Hearts. You know how much of a Disney fan I am. I am a massive Disney fan, and I've played the world out of Kingdom Hearts 1, 2, 1.5, 2.5. So you know what? I'm ready for it. I've been waiting. How many years have we been waiting for this for 3? And I'm hoping that they could bring in Wreck-It Ralph. They bring in I know they've ever seen play with the new Toy Story characters. I mean, I'm ready. I'm ready. Just give me a date. I want to pre-order.
All right, but so let's see what Square Enix. I know they have announcements. I know they were last year. They were talking about to redoing Final Fantasy VII, trying to get Cloud back. I'm pretty sure that project's been quite difficult to try to remaster a game, especially a game of that caliber, being such a amazing
Absolutely.
game of our generation. Um,
I mean, honestly, I think the first RPG I played from beginning to end
that's exactly
was
the
Final
same.
Fantasy VII.
And then on 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Pacific Time, we have Ubisoft. So Ubisoft, I want a new, not Tom Clancy The Division game, not an Assassin's Creed game, which already got announced. I want a Splinter Cell game. Back to the basics.
Ooh, really? Okay, I can see that.
I want a Tom Clancy Splinter Cell game on a high-power Xbox One X and a PS4. I would love to see Splinter go back to his basics, shadows in the dark, kill people from the darkness, take care of the bad guys, and save the day. But at the same time, they're supposed to be announcing that Tom Clancy's The Division 2, Assassin's Creed, Odyssey, and Beyond Good and Evil 2, which everybody's hyped about, but I've never played any of the Beyond and Evil game.
Okay, I have played Beyond Good and Evil, and it's a fun game, bro. It's fun. I had a blast playing it. I played it on the PC actually, so I'm looking forward to that actually, man. And nothing made it that video, that promo it's so hype worthy. Oh my god, it's just like all you want to do is just like yes, play. Give it to me now. So yeah, I'm actually really stoked about that one.
All right, no, I never played, so I gotta check it out before I get to. Next at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, you have the PC Gaming Show, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. PC games, you guys know the deal. They're breathtaking. They're beautiful. I don't know really much what they will announce. Any games that are a PC, you can find them on Steam. So yes, I really don't know what to expect from the PC Gaming Show, other than I know the PCs are powerful things. So, and then we end the night with Sony PlayStation at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Pacific. We have Death Stranding. We have Marvel's Spider-Man. You have The Last of Us 2. You have Ghost of the Tsushima. You have great lineup that are exclusive for PS4 versus what that the Xbox doesn't have. This lineup is hyped. I don't know if you've seen the game with the zombies and the motorcycle guy. I don't know what game that's it. I don't know if that's Death Stranding, but the games look legit. The games look promising. What's your take for Sony? What do you expect?
I'm actually excited. I mean, I don't have a PS4 as of yet. I told myself I will wait until after I pay for my wedding before I buy it.
Are you gonna wait after they what is it called? After 3 years when there's a PS5. That's what I always do.
I may just wait and get the PS5. I mean, but the whole thing is that the Spider-Man game I really looks awesome. I'm hoping because Sony's coming out with the new Venom movie that there may be some kind of Venom video game. That would be. I mean, I know we're probably not going to be working on that for like another year or so, probably. But that would be. Maximum Carnage is still one of my favorite games I've ever played on the Genesis. With Spider-Man games, you get to play as Spidey and as Venom. So we'll see.
Well, I look forward to more news and more good stuff from Sony. They never disappoint me for these things. Next, we have Nintendo. That is right. We are going to Tuesday, June 12th at 9 a.m. Pacific time, 12 p.m. Eastern time. Their Nintendo Direct are always on middle of the afternoon on these conventions. Excuse me. So, what do we expect from Nintendo? I'm pretty sure we're going to get a little bit more of the Smash Brothers lineup. I know there's a championship during that convention. We have a couple games that they were supposed to announce. So I don't really know much what to expect from Nintendo,
I think
but a lot of big things. What do you have?
I know that I think they're going to be definitely going to be showing the new Pokemon on the Switch. I think they're going to be just showing a little bit more gameplay, kind of giving everybody a little bit more taste of it. I personally am excited about it. I don't think it's the same old Pokemon game that we're used to playing. I think they're going to make it a little bit different, a little bit more console-y, more RPG-like, which is something that will be kind of interesting to see.
I don't know if you listened to last week's, but I said that this Pokemon game is gonna be Pokemon Go Pikachu, Pokemon Go Eevee, but this is not the core game. There's a core game coming out the following year in 2019. So this is just a little taste of what's to come from what I understand. This game is not the core game that we're used to.
And that's kind of why I'm excited. They're changing it. They're realizing that people still want it, people still enjoy it, but they understand that people are getting bored. Some people are getting bored, and they want to reignite that fire, that love for the game, and I think this might do it.
I don't think that the love for it has died. I think it's just been a flat line, but it's still a high flat line. I think with the Pokemon Go being on the
absolutely.
Switch, I think it's gonna bring um, more bigger audience to it, so they can be prepared for the bigger game coming next year. From what I understand, I don't know. Those are rumors, but we'll have to find out until Tuesday. I'm mostly excited about this Nintendo Direct than any of the other than Sony, Bethesda, because as a Nintendo guy now being switched over back and being a Nintendo fanboy, I call it how it is. I freaking love my Switch. I'm going to see one more content.
I trust me. I love your Switch too. You just don't let me borrow it anymore.
But I'm enjoying the Switch, and I can't wait for that. That is it for that's the rest of the convention. So we'll be getting, trailers throughout the day starting tomorrow. And we can't wait to see what the studios have in store for us, for our fans. And hopefully they do right by us and give us good stuff. I'm just a little bit worried about EA and having them take more of my wallet money. But what can we do? It's EA. It's in your wallet.
Yeah, and they're gonna give you what they're gonna make you want it no matter what it is. So if they have a good thing going, I mean, I can't argue with their model. But one if this model works, bro.
True story.
But the one developer that I'm really looking forward to hearing from, and it's actually for a very selfish reason. It's actually Capcom. I want to hear something from Capcom because I have been absolutely obsessed with this game, Monster Hunter World, and they keep on adding new monsters, new expansions, and they don't charge you extra. EA. Anyway, so my whole thing is, I really want to see if they may up it, kick it up a notch. I know they're coming out with a new Monster World Hunter for a new Monster World generations for the DS, which I want to get.
For the Switch, you mean?
Is it for the Switch?
Yes, for the Switch.
Might be. Oh crap! It is for the Switch. I need to have to get a Switch again. All right. Anyway, so I'm in love with this whole series. It's a fantastic. It's fun, especially when you're playing with your friends. Like they have a couple glitches like any other game, but it's fantastic to come up with. They actually, and for those who don't know, they actually incorporate other Capcom games into the actual Monster World Hunter. Like I have a Ryu suit that I wear around, and my monsters as Ryu. But yeah, anyway, so that's personally probably the one besides Microsoft and the one that I've already mentioned. That's probably the one company I'm most looking forward to hearing from.
All right. Well, that's it, guys. I mean, we broke down what we think the predictions for E3.
Keeping up with the Geek Bros.